What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good today. Let's go ahead and jump on into the second live stream so we can go ahead and see what we can do. Once again, we're going to start off with the California 30 race number 41. And thanks everybody for coming on board. Alright, how's the stream right now? I'm getting a notice that it is bad. Is the quality there? Do you have picture? Do you have audio? How's the background noise? Go ahead and give me some feedback, please. Okay, it just popped up and said it was good again. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into these races. And I apologize earlier for the audio. Looks like I had some things that I had to do in order to get my audio fixed. I did an update of the OBS software, and looks like it reset a bunch of different settings. Is the music down lower now and my audio's back up, or how's it going? Yeah, I feel the same way. Unless you have a ton of fusion parts in your inventory and you have a good amount of the cars upgraded, it's easier to say it's a worthy bundle to buy. If you haven't made any purchase of any cars, it's hard to justify making it out. The California needs to be almost maxed out. Yeah, that's what I heard. Having 4 stage 6s is not enough. Let's see if I can get my 7th. So let's jump on in. Looking at my plus 328, it's probably very low, but I got a lot of good fusions on it. Maybe I need to tune it. But let's just jump on in and see how it goes here. We're going to tackle the races and take it as it is at this moment. 0 to 100 against the California 30. Let's see if I can beat it. For race number 41. Looks like I got that one beat. Okay. Good to go. Yep, the first 40 races look easy, but we got 60 more to go. Yep, I have 4 stage 6s. I'm sitting at 39 of 42. And I got a body for the spider. Definitely not a part that I need on the car. But yes, I'm sitting at 39 of 42. And I believe 66 of 90. But we already went green. One race in, and we went from blue to green. So I'm probably going to get to race number 64, 44, 45, and it's going to go extreme, and I may not be able to finish it. But let's go ahead and tackle it and see how. I love how that comes on in. The cars come around a little roundabout and line on up for the races. That's just funky. It's just sweet. Pretty cool. Oops, I stalled out. I'm not going to win any races stalling out there. So this car will not be good with perfect starts. The starts on the cars are going to have to be good. We're going to do that. Alright, I just completed race number 42. So hopefully you can get some more fusions on your car so that you can make it past race 41. That one wasn't too bad, but it's not great either. So 13.69 versus 13.94. But also the 6.9 has a stall on it. So I might get a little bit faster, maybe a 6.5. But let's take it and see. Am I getting up another green one? This is a stoplight one. Challenging. And I get a bunch of fusions. Alrighty. So I got to get to a certain speed by the end of the race. And what's that speed going to be? 160. Don't know, this car seems kind of slow. But looks like I'm going to be able to get there. Okay, good. I was able to successfully get to 160. Made it up to 200. Alright, that's promising. Well, I got more than 46. I believe I have 66 fusions on it. Not 46, I believe 66. I'll take a look in a second. Actually, I'll jump back to the garage to take a look at it and see where I stand at. Plus, I'm probably going to have to bolt on some more parts on it anyway. Let's jump into race 44. Let's get our first loss before we start analyzing how bad my car is in comparison. Alright, so it's another green for race number 44. I'll take that. Ooh, I get 5 gold keys if I can complete this race. Alright. Hey, I'm not showing off when I'm losing. You can only show off when you're winning. But no, I have a bigger inventory. I've been playing the game longer. I don't have a LaFerrari in my collection. So the closest car I have with fusions on it is the F12 Berlinetta, the original one. I have 107, I believe, fusions on it out of 110. So that's the closest thing I have to being maxed out as far as a Ferrari go. So no showing out at all for me. I've just been playing the game a long time and just have a bunch of inventory. And for me, I'm very picky with putting my rare fusions onto a car. And I'm very picky, even more pickier with putting my epic fusions onto a car. Once I realized that the game is not giving me a whole lot of epic fusions, I stopped putting them on cars. So now I'm picky. So I'm very selective with which car actually gets that red fusion put onto it. So not just any car gets it. It has to be a special car. Collect my 5 gold keys, so I'm happy about that. Hey Helen, welcome to the stream. I'm going to do my best to get them. We have to, oops, extreme. This is what I was afraid of. The 0 to 100 trial. This is the one I heard is very hard. You have to run, I think, a 3.6 or a 3.5, 0 to 100. Yeah, 0 to 100 against that 911 GTR. I reached it, but did I win? Nope, doesn't look like I won. He pulled on off ahead of me, and that typically means he won. Oh, I won! Woohoo! Check that out. Yeah! I don't even care about the money. 155,000 is nice, but I don't even care. I made it to race number 46. I think it's 46. Alrighty. Hoo-hoo. Now it went from extreme to just hard. How you like that? You go from extreme to hard races. Normally it's hard to extreme. But hey, I'll take beating that car any day. The more races you can win, the better. Alright, a GTR Nismo. This one's going to be tough. We're evenly matched with the EV. Pull ahead a little bit, he pulls ahead. I pull ahead, I pull ahead, I stay ahead. Okay, I'll take that. Awesome. Hey man, I need 47 million to upgrade these cars that we get. These cars are not cheap. Being a tier 5 car costs 5.9 million to upgrade it to stage 5. So yeah, you need all the money you can get in this game. We have the Elite License coming around. The Elite License 3 is right around the corner. Hopefully at the end of this month, maybe. But leaning more towards March, it looks like, from all the posts online everybody's talking about. And that's going to be 5 cars to upgrade to stage 5. So 47 million sounds like it's a lot, but you can drop down in cash real quick. So that could be $11 million, I think, to upgrade all those cars. I got to get to 170. I had no problem with this. Oops, I stalled out again. Got to fire that nitro to try to catch up. Come on, come on, come on. All right, made it to 170. We good. Stall outs ain't no good. Remember, with this car and my current tune, I'll go back to the garage now so we can take a look at the tune that I have. Stall outs is bad. You need to have good starts, no perfect starts. So back to the garage, taking a look at the car. Currently my California 30, or California T, 39 of 42 upgrades, 63 of 98 on the Fusions. And of course, it likes to pop up and tell you what all it have. So these are the upgrades that I have on it. So I like to always start off with tires. So my stage 6 is going to be my body. It's going to be my intake. It's going to be my turbo. And it's going to be my engine. With that combination of stage 6 and with this tune that I have, let's go ahead and jump on into the tune. I was able to complete that race. So 192 bhp for the nitro, 3.38 for the final drive, and the tire was sitting at 16 on acceleration, 84 on grip. So that tune was able to get me to be able to beat that 0 to 100 race. But let's grab some fuel, jump back in those races. You know, you shouldn't have to spend fuel in these races. As much money as you have to invest. You know, they want you to buy crates and everything like that. Yep, you're going to need a lot of fusion parts to complete this challenge. All of my cars have over 50% fusions on them for the Ferrari. Each one of them was able to complete the cups that I purchased them in. So the California T, when I purchased it, I was able to complete that in So that's why I assumed that my cars would be fast enough. That's a nice looking blue on the Vanquish. That's why I assume they should be fast enough to be able to complete these tests. My assumption. By that time I was able to get perfect. So this start is garbage. That time I got a perfect start and I was able to run the race like normal. And that Vanquish was nice and blue. Earlier I gave a demo of what my cars look like. I'll do the same thing on this one. So that one you got the chance to see the California T. I didn't show the, no actually I did show the GTC for Luso because I was racing that to complete the additional rate, the beginning races. But I didn't show the 48 Spider. I'll show that one, what the tune and everything looks like on that. These cars have only been raced as part of the 70th anniversary events. I haven't raced it in any other capacity. Those are not my favorite cars. I stalled out, so good chance I might lose this one. But you gotta run the race in order before you can decide you're gonna lose it. Oh, yes! Yes! I was able to come back after the stall out. Awesome. There you go, Nick. Take that. Pow, pow, pow. That was me putting my little power fist into him. Alright. And in case anybody was curious, currently we're running a wild card. And that's why I got 543 for that. We're running a 1 hour wild card. It's the end of the season, so throw it all out the window. And currently I have, how many more minutes left? 14 and a half, less than 14 and a half minutes left for the 150 hour wild card. This next race is extreme. This is another one of those 0 to 100 more than likely. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, your power looks better than mine. I need to get little animations I can put in here on the game. And yeah, he has a lot more EV than I have. 200 EV. Alright, did I beat him? Did I beat him? He pulled off on me again. Now I'm just cruising down Santa Palma Beach, waiting to see if I won. And why they got a motel at the beach? Hey, I won again. Awesome. 0 to 100 sprint. I just noticed that. The background sign doesn't say hotel, it says motel. How they gonna have a motel on the beach? That's crazy. I guess this is not some exclusive area that we're racing in, since they got motels on the beach. I thought this was supposed to be in some ritzy area. Alright, let's go ahead and race for stage 6 part. See what we can do. Santa Palma Beach, welcome. They're gonna oh, that's a DB11 in blue. That wasn't a Vanquish. That looks wicked in blue. I like that. Alright, I take the lead. Is he gonna be able to catch up to me? Is he gonna be able to catch up to me? But I got the lead. Come on, hold the lead. Hold it. Hold it. Don't let go. Don't let go. Awesome. Yeah, I think they are. Actually, no. They're not cheapskates if they got it on the beach. That motel probably costs us $800 a night. So I got a California T Nitro. Actually, I'm going to go see if I can put the Nitro on because I don't think I had Nitro. I might need that since I keep getting this orange. Let's see. Yep, I can use the Nitro. Fit the part. Upgrade. Awesome. Boy, I had to put a whole bunch of those Nitros on there. How many did I got? I got 9. I'll go ahead and put the blues on there too. Nope, won't fit the Epic. I got 3 Epics. I'm going to save those for my LaFerrari Aperta if I'm actually able to get it. So the green one we rode in earlier. Yep, we did this one. Currently sitting at, no we didn't, did we do that one? Yeah, we did the 48 Spider. 114 out of 135. Or was it this one? I don't know. I can't remember which car we drove in. Whatever's in the first one. I think it's the green one. Now I forgot what I'm doing. Yeah, it was the green one. I just drove the car. I guess I probably should have tuned it after I put the nitro on. But what does it matter? We're racing. We're racers here. Alright, let's see. 0. Oh, okay. It's going to be 150, 170, 180. Okay. I can do 180. I can do up to 200. If it goes up to over 200, I won't be able to do it. Just for good measure. Hit the nines a little bit later. There we go, 200. Yep, so earlier was the green one. And that one has 114 fusions on it, but I only have 40 of 42 upgrades on it. So that has the most fusions on it, I believe, out of all the 70th anniversary cars that I have. I need a whole lot of fusions in order to win those races. But it looks like that NOS didn't help us out with this. I'm still getting the hard. Maybe I need to put more fusions on it. So that NOS and the blue fusions didn't really help out. Yeah, I'll do a live stream of the Aperta. All the one-off events, I like to go ahead and try to live stream them and do those. I don't have a lot of fusion parts, so the only thing I have to think about with doing that is considering pulling off fusion parts beforehand in order to compete in the event. Because by default, I know I don't have a lot of Ferrari parts, and especially when it comes to the rare ones. But maybe I'll do the video and pull off the parts at the same time. We all family here. We all having fun together. They keep giving me all these uncommons. I like the only rares that I have a lot of, the blue ones, is the body. The body, I think I have 28 rare, and I believe 30 uncommon. And that's the difficulties in the game. They give you all these uncommon parts, and they give you certain upgrade certain stages. They give you more of the rares, but they don't give you no epic parts. Oh no, I won't do it over and over. If I can't win the races and I've maxed out what all I had to put on there, video's over. Currently, I have 5 stage 6 parts on it. When I won, you came into the video late there, buddy. I actually won race number 45, I think it was, the 0 to 100. I won that with 4 stage 6 parts on it and 63 fusions. I had to actually, I added the nitros in that I just received a second ago, because the first stage 6 part I got was for the prior car, the 48 Spider, which I didn't need the stage 6 part for. Or maybe actually I do need it. I do have 40 or 42, so maybe I could use it. That's the GTB I have all the stage 6 upgrades on. No, I have more. I had 63 and I added 2 blues, so now I'm at 65. I added the 2 blues for the nitro. So when I added the stage 6 nitro, I added 2 blues. I didn't add any reds. What's going on, Tide Pods, aka Anonymous Gang? How many YouTube accounts do you have? Uh-oh, 0 to 100. We're gonna have to fight through this. Come on, come on, come on. Awesome. Alright, see look, it's gonna say motel in the background. See? Motel. Why does it say motel? Jeez, you got a lot of YouTube accounts. You make videos for everything. Was you the one who started that trend about people eating Tide Pods? Alright, so back off the extremes. And more uncommon parts. I would like some rares. I would love some epics. My inventory is very short. I love that. Come around a little circular roundabout to line up. Let's go. That's like totally cool. I wish we can get that in other races in the game. That'd be cool. Even with the daily races, those daily 15 races that are really boring, but adds a little visual appeal to it. Does something different. Watch them come from somewhere and boop, instead of everybody just driving in a straight line to line up. It's like, let's drive around this roundabout. We're about to go take off down here like the bat out of Hades. Just awesomeness. And nope, I don't miss the snow. But the rain is actually kind of wicked. If you guys haven't had a chance, go take a look at the rain video and see the new graphics that they have in on the rain screen. That's like funky, weird, crazy, and I like it. I'm like, wow, okay, I can dig that. All right, so another hard race for 195,000. But I got to get to the clock. Is it going to be 190 miles per hour now? Ah, sideways. That could be kind of cool. All right, 190. I got this still. Once it gets over 200, then I'm going to be concerned. Stall out. There we go. Reached 190. Nah, this wouldn't be as cool on live races. I wish they would do something different with live races. My idea would be we can have alternating racetracks, like maybe for each tier. Different graphics involved with it. So like maybe tier 1 has its own racetrack that is on. Because right now, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, they all share the same graphics as well as tier 4, tier 5. But the difference is that tier 4 and 5 is a longer track for you to drive on. And since it's a longer track, you don't see the quarter-mile finish that you're doing there. You zip on by there because of how fast you're going. If you ever want to mess around with someone in live races going the half-mile, launch the car and sit there in the low gear. Don't switch it off. And look at the track as you drive by and see how slow it is. And you'll see a whole lot of cool things pop up that you never knew. Oh, downhill drag would be crazy. All you have to do is just put it in neutral. The only thing about putting it in new tracks is it takes up more space on the application download. So we're currently on the Apple devices over 2 gigs, and they added multiple tracks with the details that they have on there. The application might go from 2 gigs to 6 or 7 or even 8 gigs, which I don't think anybody allows. But I think that would be cool if they made that an available option to be able to download additional tracks and be able to participate on. But hey, sideways wheels is cool. Alright, that's a body. I don't think I need the body. I need more fuel though. back to the map. If you purchase nitrous, don't forget to use it. But they give us a race where they require 60 races, a challenge. No, a goal. That's what they're called. They give you a goal where you're required to do 60 races with no nitrous. All right, so for silver keys, it's extreme. That means it's hard. Hard. Let's see if I can win. Welcome. The Huracan with 730. Oh, no, I'm not going to win this one at all. It's going to zip on off real quick, and then it's going to basically top out. And I got to try to catch it when the top out speed goes. Alright, do I have enough track? Do I have enough track? Do I have enough track? I got enough track! Awesome! That's the beauty of those cars that start off fast, like the GTR, the 2015, and the Huracan. And so it's the P1 McLaren GTR, the McLaren P1 GTR. They zip out like a rocket, but then they top out. They basically stall on the speeds that they have, and your goal is to catch them while they're stuck at their speed. See you later, Tide Pods. I'm not for sure. I'm going to do some recordings with the daily races, and I'll be uploading those videos. I might do a live stream over the weekend, depends upon what I have going on, but I'll post it up in advance. Extreme races does not mean impossible. I think the extreme is based off of your stats and settings, but these cars don't all match up to their stats with their performance. And this is just a prime example that the stats don't match up with the performance. The car has more performance than what the stats is displaying. So that's why it's extreme, because of the stats, but the performance is better. Here we go. Let's check out that motel one more time. Cruising on a Sunday afternoon. Motel. Alright, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Take that $205,000. Let's go ahead and jump on into the new car. Oh, let's go back to the garage first. Take a look at the current setup. See if I need to put the body on. And where's the body at? Nope, I already had the body, so the body's a duplicate. Alright, so I completed those 60 races. The only thing I added to this car was one Stage 6 upgrade later on, and I added 2 fusions. So originally I completed most of the races with 39 of 42 and 63 of 98. Then I added the additional Stage 6 upgrade, which was nitrous, and I added 2 blue rare fusion parts to nitrous that made it 65. Previously, when I drove, I did the 48 Spider. This was sitting at 40 of 42, 114 of 135. All those races was pretty easy. The tune on this particular car, the nitrous sitting at 388. The final drive sitting at 2.83, and the acceleration's at 29, and the grip is at 71 for tires. Falling all the way back to the Lusso GT3-4, which is basically an F12 with a hatchback. It's sitting at 39 of 42, 88 of 135. The tune that I have on it is 367 for NOS, 2.0 for the final drive, and the tire pressure is at 59 of acceleration and 41 for grip. The next car in the race is going to be the 48 GTB. That's sitting at 42 of 42 with 85 fusions. The tune, apparently I need to tune it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I should be able to complete all these. I'm sitting at 340 for the nitro, 2.96 for the final drive, and 32 acceleration, 68 for grip. And last on this list is going to be the 70th anniversary F12 Berlin Netta, sitting at 38 of 42 and 115 of 135. The tune on this, 456, 3.95 for the final drive, and the tires are sitting at 33 acceleration, 67 for grip. So, all right, let's go jump on in and knock out some more of these races. Yeah, a lot of people actually do drive the 48 Spider and the 48 GTB. I see them in live races a lot. I race at different time intervals, and I see those two cars the most out of 70th anniversaries. So let's go ahead and jump on in on this one. I have low EV on this car. I only have 1100 compared to the other ones. This car came out when Natural Motion had made changes with their prizes, because a lot of people was complaining that they was buying the cars and they wasn't getting enough stage 6s in order to complete the races. And then when this car came out, they pretty much gave me every stage 6 part before the week was up. I was like, okay, cool. I'll take the fully upgraded car. But as you can see, I don't have all the fusions on it because the fusions are very rare. They are very difficult to get. So I don't believe in maxing out every car unless it's going to be something that I drive every day. Oh, yours was 5 pounds? Okay, that's nice. I can't remember what it was when I bought it. It may have been cheap as well over here. I think it may have been $10 in American. I'm not for sure. I can't remember. It was the first one that came out, so it was a while ago. No, the GTB was the first one. When the Spider came out, I can't remember which one, what the pricing was on that. That was a while ago as well, but I still can't remember. My mind doesn't work as it used to. You know, a long time ago before I started making videos. Stand by one quick second. Boop. All right, apologize for that. Let's jump on in. Stage 6. Bet you this stage 6 is going to be for the California T. Well, that habit there that you have is definitely a very costly habit to have over time. I don't partake in that. Alright, got a perfect start, but that was a different stall out. It swapped all the way up to the top instead of going all the way back to 1,000 RPM. Hard style, you're cadet, right? Oh, I got a 488 GTB stage 6. Interesting. All right. So did you guys get snow today? I know you said you had snow a couple of days ago. Got to get to 190 here. Let's see if I can get to 190. I ain't gonna fire the knives. Got to get to 190 without nitrous. 242. Woohoo! I did it. I did it. I did it. Alright. Oh, it looks like I need to activate that wild card. Well, rain's not bad. I like to get rain after snow because it helps get rid of the snow that's out there on the ground. A lot of people don't really think about it like that, but to me, 2-hour wild card. Woohoo! We got 5 hours and 46 minutes left, so they need to go ahead and drop those tokens on in that 3-hour and fire that, and we'll spend the rest of the season with a wild card active. If there's anybody's around actually paying attention. My crew plays at all hours of a 24-hour day, so not everybody is around in order to see what's going on and to even pay attention. Like I'd be like, hey, who's on for a wild card? And it'd be 7, 8, 9, 10 people that'd be on. And you can see that based off of the RP that everybody's generating, and nobody will talk. They're in their own little world, just generating points and keep it moving. Because a lot of times people don't want to actually commit to being on for a wild card, knowing that they're not going to stay on the whole 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours that they're on. So they won't speak up, they won't say nothing. So I'd be like, go ahead, speak up. If you're on for a wild card, go ahead and speak up. Yep. We got people. We have one person that's over in New Zealand, so Australian time. And we got a few people that's over in Europe. And I believe a lot of the people are in the United States, but they don't speak up a whole lot. They just generate the points that's necessary to race. So right now it is currently East Coast, the United States, 11:15 p.m. and it's currently Wednesday. I was telling my son to do stuff. I like, tomorrow is such and such day. He was like, no, it's not that day. It's Wednesday. I was like, oh, well, carry on. Gotta pay attention to the time, and you gotta pay attention to the days. 0 to 100. Let's see if I can beat him. Got him. I started off a little slow, then shot on by him. Tell him this is my hood. Santa Palma Beach belongs to me. $1.46. Alright. I'll take that. Collect all these gold coins along the way. And by the time the Elite License 3 come out, I'll probably be 50,000 or 60,000, 55,000 gold coins when it's over. But the Elite Licenses require 2 fuel pips to race, not 1. That's how they get you with those races. They're like, ha, you need to drop those gold coins. You know, all the other races in the game are basically 1 fuel pip. Not for the Elite License, that's 2. So if there's 60 races, you're dropping 120 fuel pips. Hey, good old Sarah came around the corner. Sorry, Sarah, this is not your day. This is my world. This is my beach. The cops know me. That's why they don't show up until after I leave. So how much later are you going to be up there, Mr. Hardstyle? You going to be up for 20, 30 more minutes, or are you about to go ahead and pack it up and get you some sleep before the sun come up? Well, stock up on your gold coins and you don't have to worry about the fuel consumption. It just takes more time of going in there and buying fuel. So I think what I might do is gold the fuel for 10 races instead of doing a normal green. I'm just lazy. I don't like to buy fuel that much. I'll do some races and then quit. Like, I don't care about I'll go ahead and speak those later. But I'm actually planning on live streaming the Elite License races. So I'm probably going to buy the fuel with the gold coins, because there's no need of sitting here watching the ads with you guys. And you know, it's fun interacting and engaging with people and giving people an opportunity to be able to watch the stuff as well. I told you, my car got 42 of 42 upgrades on it. You got all the upgrades, everything gets easier. The California T was a little bit hard. I was able to complete that. The 0 to 100 was a little bit challenging, but it wasn't too bad. But no, this is the lowest tier 5 car that I have with fusions, the GTB. All the other ones have close to 100, if not 100 fusions on it. This one only has 85, except for the California T. The California T was sitting at 63, now it's sitting at 65. Well, I already had 4 stage 6s on the California T. They gave me one that I was able to use, but that was after all the challenging races that came. So the stage 6 upgrades are not all alike. From each car, from the California T to the GTB to the to even the Dodge Ice Charger, to the Plymouth Roadrunner GTX, to the every single car, the stage 6 upgrades impact the car's performance differently. The 4 stage 6 upgrades that I had on my car allowed me to be able to do the 0 to 100 challenge and be able to win it with the tune that I had, as well as with the stage 6 upgrades and the fusions that I had. I know other people who have the same amount of stage 6 upgrades and either the same or more fusion, but their stage 6 upgrades was not able to help them get past those races. So if they ever do any type of challenges like this in this particular game, I would highly encourage anybody, if you're going to invest money in a game with extra things like this, buy them when they first come out. Don't wait until they become a discount. The reason being is, when you wait for them to become a discount, you're going to lose out on time or getting things that you can accumulate and put on it. In this regard, if I was to buy this California T and have it delivered today and purchase the stage 5 upgrades for it, the California T would have been 6 hours before I would have had everything on it. Yeah, I believe 6 hours. Before I would have the stage 5 on it, but then I more than likely would not have had any stage 6 upgrades, because the game is notorious for not giving you stage 6 upgrades for cars that you can purchase that you actually do not have. Once you have the car in your account, then they'll start to allot. They don't like to give you no stage 6 upgrades at all, really. Or if they do, they like to give you duplicates of them. So because I purchased this when it first came out, I've had from that day until now to accumulate stage 6 parts for it, to accumulate fusions that I was able to put onto it. So it made it easier for me to be able to perform these races. Other people, they waited to get them, and it's harder to get it because you're trying to not have their inventory correctly and trying to amass it. So like I said, when the California T first came out, I bought it. When the GTB first came out, I bought it. I bought it on the very first day and did those daily free crate pulls and collected my free stage 6 on day 7. And see, that's what they want you to do. They want you to pull those crates. They want you to donate money into those crates for $2.99 or $3.99 to get parts. And there's no guarantee that any part you receive will be what you want. I need epic parts. In this particular case with Ferraris, I need rare parts. I'm not getting enough rare parts. I got rare parts that are empty, 0. So for me to do the Aperta, I'm going to have to pull epic parts off of the other Ferrari in order to be able to complete that. And more than likely I will. And I doubt I'll even drive the Aperta once the over. I'm not big on driving the fastest cars maxed out as much because when you get into those lobbies, everybody's running at the exact same time and everybody's doing the same little thing, trying to get that little bit of a nudge. I'm not big on swapping. I like to race to win. So because I like to race to win, I'm not trying to rematch. And I also like to look at the RP that I get. And people that love to swap, first thing they do is they immediately hit that button, and I never get a chance to really see how much RP I get off of races. Need some fuel. We need some fuel so we can keep the races going. What race number are we on now? Anybody remember? 72. So that means we have 30 more races to go. But hey, that's a nice tip. Shift pass first is hit second. That's what makes this informational sharing very helpful. Everybody helping each other out with tips and tricks. That's why I encourage discussion and communication and interacting, because everything I know is not always enough to help people with things that they're going through. So CHR GAV, you ask if you think that this will be worthy for you to do. Starting out with 0, I don't recommend you doing it. If you want to throw your money at it and give it a shot, by all means, it's your money. If you feel comfortable with doing it, go for it. I don't personally recommend that you do. You don't have enough inventory in order to make these races worth it. So that's my tidbit. If you want to continue watching, you can continue watching. You want to continue engaging, communicating, you can. But if you're only waiting to see if this is worth it for you to make the car purchase, I don't recommend that you make the car purchase. You got overcharged for something? And that's weird. The prices are supposed to be kind of locked in with the different things that you buy. So for them to turn around and overcharge you for something, that sounds like some foolery right there. Stage 6 upgrade. One that I don't need. Come on, give me a LaFerrari Aperta Stage 6. I can use that. See, right now it'd be kind of cool. Hit a little button on the screen, boop, and now you'd be in the driver's seat racing. You know, then you can be looking like they get another little button, 48 GTB, one I don't need. That's 2 48 GTB Stage 6 upgrades that they gave me. But yeah, you be in a car and you be driving, you can hit the little button and you're behind the wheel, And the cool part, you can do like most people do when they're in races. You can then look back and see the other car that's behind you. Now that'd be kind of cool. That's not nearly impossible, but they want you to drop those money on those crates and buy crates and buy crates and buy crates. And I'm not a fan of buying crates. I purchased maybe 3 crates in the past, and that might be generous. It might have been only 2. And the part that bothers me with the crates is you get parts that you don't need. They're duplicate. So like my Lamborghini video that I did with the parts crate when they had parts week. 75 silver keys. I like the idea of the price to get parts for a specific manufacturer, but I think 75 was too high to get duplicate uncommon parts. If it was just rare parts or if it was just epic parts, okay, great, 75 would be fine, and getting 5 of them and 5 different ones. Doesn't have to be the same one, but that's another problem too. They'll give you the same part over and over. You know, like earlier during the races, they gave me 2 rare doors, or 2 rare bodies. I keep calling them doors because that's what it's a picture of. But they gave me 2 rare doors back to back, and the 3rd rare was something different. And it bothers me with that because I already have a whole bunch of these rare body parts. I don't need any more body parts for rare. Yet they keep giving them to me. And that's been one of my major annoyances with it. But when you stop and think about it, you can go pull a crate, you know, a silver crate for 50 silver keys, and you can get a car, but is it guaranteed to be a Ferrari? Is it guaranteed to be a Lamborghini? Is it guaranteed to be a Bugatti? There's no guarantee with what you get. And how the odds are stacked, you're going to get a tier 1 or tier 2, and it's going to be a 1-star car. So you're going to get a BMW M235. You're going to get a Subaru WRX STI. You're going to get a Ford Fiesta. You're going to get a Toyota 86. And that was my problem with, you know, I had no problem with Penny, but when I give them 75 silver keys and you give me, because I made 3 pulls, and I got 3 rare, 1 epic, and all the rest, and I got a stage 6, a duplicate stage 6, because there was a Huracan stage 6, and everything else was uncommon. And it's like, really, dude? That's all you're going to give me? Now, it's great. It's for the one manufacturer, but I get too many uncommons already as it is. In my daily battle, I'm over 2,000 daily battles deep, and I'm still getting uncommon Abarth. I'm still getting epic Toyota parts. So I'm not the biggest fan of how many uncommons that they give you in their logarithms. So I got a question for you, Trey. Let me know when you're ready for the question. Just say go, and I'll go ahead and ask you. They don't make it impossible, they just make it difficult. Only reason I say that is the same reason why I'm asking Trey the question about the LaFerrari. He said that he purchased that and he just wanted the LaFerrari. Wow. £2 on $10 purchases adds up. See, I'm glad that PayPal was able to get your money back, because overcharges ain't cool. Unless they have some type of VAT taxes or some type of other taxes that they tried to throw in on you. Then that would make sense in regards to that, but they need to be able to explain that to you. Not just sprinkle it on out there and be like, have a great day. Trey, are you there? Did I lose you? Alright, the 918 Spider. Yeah, somebody in my global chat tried to tell me that I must be racing tier 1 races because I told them I got 600 points from racing with someone who was trying to swap with me. And because someone came into my global chat complaining about people don't swap. Don't swap with that person. Don't swap with this person. You need to take that out your name. And I'm like, yeah, I find it hilarious that you guys want to force people to swap with you. I got 600 RP from somebody who was trying to swap with me. And in 2 races, that means that's 300 RP that I'm going to get. Is that worth my fuel pips and my time to be swapping with someone for 300 RP per race? Get out of here. But, you know, people like to argue and feel like everybody needs to do what they want them to do. And I'm like, whatever. Well, it wasn't really suspect. It just required you to have the right parts or the right amount of fusion parts on there. Like I said, I was expecting it to be very difficult for me to get through the California part, and I went through with no problem. See you later. Good luck. I don't think you're going to be able to win many races with it, but you can give it your best try. I hope that you can be successful with the cars. The LaFerrari Aperta is going to run roughly at 8.2 once it's fully maxed out with all stage 6 upgrades and 135 fusions on it. So the performance is not bad on it. It's not the fastest in the game, but it's one of the faster cars. I think they've been working on making more of the cars all go into the 8.0 to 8.5 fully max range, because they've been upgrading more and more cars lately, like the Koenigsegg 1.1 was upgraded to go much faster. Also what was the other car? The Audi R8 Vorsteiner FRS, they upgraded that as well, so it goes faster now. So I think they've been working on trying to balance it out, because the 1.1, that was a slow car. My car was running 12 seconds roughly, 11 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, somewhere between there. It was running real slow. But now with the update on the 1.1, now it's running in the 9 seconds, I believe. Yep, Hobbs is still the fastest car in the game if you can max it out with all 135 fusions on it, which is very difficult because there's only 2 Plymouth vehicles in the game. Only one of them shows up. The Cuda shows up because it's a car that you can pull. The Roadrunner does not show up because it was only part of the Fate of the Furious. And you have to get the parts for it. So you're not going to get any Stage 6 until you have it. And then once you get it, you got to wait for the Stage 6 to show up. The Huracan is only temporarily faster. They have an update that's coming out to fix it. I guess you didn't read the memo there, huh? Once I get done with this race, I'll show you the memo that Natural Motion has. And this is what you guys should always take the opportunity to read up on. The Huracan is not the only car that was increased. The Huracan was increased by accident. Someone made a mistake. What type of setup do you have there, Eru? The tips are only beneficial based off of what you have. Alright, so we're going to go back to the garage real quick. I'm going to show my California T for Eru, because he asked. And then I'm going to jump on over. Great fuel offer. Whack. So currently now, Eru, my car is sitting at 40 of 42 upgrades and 65 of 98 fusions. I finished most of the races at 39 of 42 upgrades and 63 of 98 fusions. So my tuning setup, this is what I currently have. I haven't changed it once I added the 2 fusions on there. My nitro is running at 230. The final drive is at 3.38. And the tires is running at 16 acceleration, 84 for grip. You can try that, see how you get any closer to it. And if you can get to it, then go ahead and try to knock those races out. Alright, so right here, once you click on the little pop out to the chat, you click on over to settings and you go down to support. Once you click on support, the hot topics, and it says number, there it is, number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why has my car's performance changed in the new update? Once you click on that, original message. With the latest update, we have improved the performance on the Vorsteiner Audi R8 VRS and the Koenigsegg 1.1. Actually, it should be Audi Vorsteiner. That's how they have the name in the game. So you may notice a slight increase in the performance of these cars. We're also aware that the performance of some other cars has unexpectedly changed with the new update, and we'll be releasing an automatic update to fix this soon. The cars affected are the Tier 5 Mercedes-Benz AMG GTR, the Tier 4 Ford Shelby GT350R, the Tier 4 2017 Nissan GTR, the Tier 5 Lamborghini Huracan LP610-4, the Tier 5 Chevrolet C10 Tiffany, the Tier 5 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE, which happens to be this season's Prestige Cup car coming up starting tomorrow. It'll be this season. The LB Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, which is Tier 3. The Tier 5 LB Lamborghini Huracan LP610-4. The Tier 5 Lamborghini Huracan Performante. The Tier 5 LB McLaren 650S, or the McLaren LB 650S, and the Pagani Huayra BC. These cars have all been buffed, as people like to call them, but they increased their performance. So now, update as of February 17th, we have just released a fix for the performance of these cars, and it will start becoming automatically applied to your game over the next few hours. Please note that you may see an increase in void races during this time, but this will stop happening once more players have received this update. So that Huracan that you got that's been running super fast at 7.3, not any longer. So anytime you race people with these particular cars, you might get a void race with them. So if you only got stage 5, there's no tips that's going to help you out with the California T races. You're going to need stage 6s on it. No stage 6s, you're not going to be able to complete it. Now, also in this screen with the hot topics, you can see all this different information. So you can click on any one of these and see what information that Natural Motion has provided. But one of the cool part about it is you can type in words. Oops. So why has my car's performance changed? But it helps if you actually spell it right. I spelled performance instead of performance, but it still recognized it. So the same thing. So you can easily go to this screen and use any of these options to read the information on it. But whenever new updates come out, you can read the announcements on what's new. And you can also check the hot topics to see any problem that's going on. Like a lot of people like to come in global chat. Why is the augmented reality mode not available on my device? We developed our augmented reality mode using Apple's AR Kit technology, and as such is currently only compatible with the following iOS devices running iOS 11 or later: the iPhone 6s, 6s Plus or newer, the iPad Pro, or the iPad 2017. We're continuing to explore opportunities to bring our CSR AR experience to players across all platforms. So just like that, you can easily take a note on information. I guide people to this all the time, but most people don't bother to read it. They just like to get in the global chat and ask questions. Yep, I actually made a video about the main garage walkthrough, and I included that information on there too. I realized the video was 40 minutes long, and most people didn't bother to listen to a 40-minute speech, but that information is very helpful. I use it all the time. Well, Ero, the only problem is you can buy a lot of crates, but there's no guarantee you're going to get stage 6 for the California T. The California T is not on special right now, so you're going to get any of the 70th anniversary stage 6 upgrades whenever it comes out of those crates. So if you want to spend money on those crates to try to upgrade the California T, you can. Just know it's not a high chance you're going to get the stage 6 parts that you need by buying crates. So that is a chance that you take, knowing that there's not a good chance you're going to be successful at it. I only recommend buying these cars for people who have a whole bunch of parts. Most people don't have a whole bunch of parts. To me, as a consumer, I understand why Natural Motion makes the cars available to racers, but I don't think it's fair that they make the cars available and the cars fully upgraded is not going to be able to complete the races. If the races was able to be completed when you had all the fusions bolted onto a car, okay, great. I would say go ahead and make it, because then it looks at inventory. Someone would only need to have 200 to 300 fusions and a bunch of gold to add parts and remove parts off. But being that you need to have stage 6 parts on the car, I don't think it's really fair that they make it so that people can get cars that they can't actually complete any races with. And when I mean complete races, they can't finish all of the races. Like the first race here, that was with the GTC4 Lusso. I was able to finish the original one in the earlier stream, and now I was able to do the 20 races on this one. Now I'm about to jump into the F12 Berlinetta and go tackle these races. I should have enough fusions on the car to be able to handle it. Remember, you can still get a LaFerrari. You're just not going to get a LaFerrari Aperta. The LaFerrari is a car that you can pull from the crates. The LaFerrari Aperta is only the car that's available by doing these 70th anniversary races. They're two different cars. You have to make sure that you're very specific with it, because they are two different cars. When you look at your stage 6 inventory, at the very bottom of the Ferrari list, it says LaFerrari first, then it says 70th anniversary, or it says LaFerrari Aperta 70th anniversary or something like that. But they are two different cars. They're not one and the same. A lot of times people are thinking that they're one and the same, but they're not. But honestly, Ero, my best feedback to you, to Trey, to anybody else that's listening to it, you can win in any car. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5. You can win in any car. Whether you purchased it and it with cash or gold and it has no stars, whether you got it from a crate and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 stars, or even if you purchased it with cash and you got gold, you got the purple stars on it. You can win with any car in any race. It's a matter of you being able to tune your car, and it's a matter of you being able to have enough fusions on it. Those are the two things that you need to be able to do with your car in order to win races and in order to get RP for your team. A lot of times people get caught up thinking that these cars are better than other cars, and at the end of the day, the fastest car is the fastest car, but that doesn't mean you can't beat the fastest car. I went against the Roadrunner a lot of times in live races because I'm not running my fastest car against the Roadrunner. I'm in a lobby where my car is faster than the Roadrunner that's in the lobby. So don't get too obsessed and don't get too caught up with trying to get the fastest car in the game, because a lot of people do that, and to me, spending money on the game should be optional. And that's it. If you want to buy something, you buy it. If they're running an offer and they're offering you 100 gold keys, they're offering you $5 million cash and 3,000 gold coins, it's going to cost you $13, and by all means, if you want to spend the money, you spend the money. If you don't want to spend the money, then you don't spend the money. Too many people get caught up thinking that you have to spend money in order to win in the game, and you don't have to spend money to win in the game. Spending money helps you in the game, but it does not guarantee that you will win in the game. Alright, Mr. Hardstyle, I appreciate you coming on and chilling out and relaxing and engaging. I will see you in the next one. I'll probably do a live stream again in probably 20 hours or so. If not, I'll do one over the weekend. Maybe do two. Tinker around with the different Ferrari things to get a feel for what the community is doing. So take a look. But yeah, Ero, as I was saying, spend money if you want to. Do it with your own blessing. But don't get mad when things don't work out how you want it to, because the game is not set up about spending money. A lot of people like to say it's about spending money, but it's not. The game is about patience. That's all it is about. It's patience. For grinding RP, any car. The key truly to winning races and making RP is to put more fuses on your car and tune it. If you happen to get a car, if you get a tier 5 car, the Huracan, the McLaren 570S, or the F12 Berlinetta, and you purchase it with cash or gold, or even the 48 Spider, you purchased one of those 4 cars or all 4 of those cars, and you put fusions on it, you get 96 fusions you can put on it. If you max it out with all the fusions, so your fusion slots are 100% full, don't take that car into races max tune. The reason being is you're going to wind up going in the lobbies where you're going to always be beat. You might win 1 out of 4 races or 1 out of 5 races. Down tune the car. If your car maxes out running at 8.2 seconds or 8.8 seconds, then tune it for a 9.0 lobby if it's an 8.8. Or if it's a 8.0 car, then tune it for an 8.2 lobby. The reason being is you have a better chance of being in a lobby with people that you actually have a chance of racing against, that you can win more consistently. And also, the more EV you have, the better chance you have of getting good RP. And a lot of people love to swap. So the more EV you have, the more RP that you get, the more likely people are going to want to swap with you. So if you're swapping, you want to get at least 1,000 RP per race, preferably 1,500. But if it's 1,000 RP and you're normally getting, anywhere from 700, 800, or even 1,100, then stick with the 1,000 RP. But finding your good swapping buddy, it has its benefits. But like I said, any car you can win in. I go into some of the medium speed lobbies in the 8 seconds. I'm typically in the 9-second lobbies. But I go into the 8-second lobbies and I see the F12 Berlinettas. And I see the Huracans, and these are the no-star versions. So these people paid cash for them. And they're running 500,000, 600,000, 800,000 RP or more. So the car does not make you or break you with getting points. It's your ability to give out good points and to be able to swap with people. Yeah. By dialing your car down a slot, that puts you in a better position to get into a lobby where you're going to be at the front of the lobby instead of the back of the lobby. Ooh, that extreme arrow in purple is wicked. I like that. Yeah, the key to it is you want to be at the front of the lobby. When I say the front of the lobby, you want to be the fastest car in the lobby. So if everybody in the lobby is running at 8.2 seconds, then great. You want to be at 8.19 or 8.2 yourself. That way you can win and lose races. You don't want to be the 8.3 or the 8.4 guy in the 8.2 lobby. And that's what a lot of people do. And that was one of the mistakes I used to make when I first started playing. I would dial that sucker all the way up. As soon as I get a fusion part on, or if I get another stage 6 upgrade, I immediately bolt it on, drop fusions on, max tune the car and go into the lobby, and I will lose. And I will lose, and I will lose, and I would complain because I would always lose. And it's like, why am I complaining that I'm losing? This is how the system works. I'm going the fastest that I can go. There's no giveaway in what I can do, and I'm showing up in lobbies where everybody's going faster than me. So once I learned to down tune the car, instead of always max tuning it, I down tune it, I started to win more races. Just by doing that, I started getting more RP. Yep, you did the exact same thing I've done for the longest. Once I turned around and changed it from always max tuning it to down tuning it, I started getting into better lobbies. I started getting into races where I was able to win if I actually paid attention to what I was doing, because sometimes you don't shift just right to get your fastest time and someone else can beat you. But it's better to win 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 than to win 1 out of 5. And that's what I was initially doing when I went in live races. When I first started playing, I don't think I did live races until I was done with Shacks. I would go into live races and lose. I have someone that I know local that I played play the game with as well. And I would give my device to them, same car, they would win 8 races. And I'm like, what did you do? They'll hand me the device back. We're in the same lobby, and I would immediately lose 5 races. And they're like, whatever, this is cheating. I can't stand this. So I just stopped playing live races. And then I had people encourage me to keep doing it on my crew. They told me, oh, I get all these points. You got to do it, you got to do it. So finally I started doing it. And what did I do? I got better at live racing. I got better with tuning. And once you get better with tuning, you get better with live races, your RP goes up. Like, look for an example now. It shows that I have 111,000 RP. 111,000 and what? Let's wait a second for it to flip over. I dislike how it stays on what the RP rating is as long as it does. So I got 111,769,000 RP currently. And that's just in the last 25 hours. And really, I didn't do any races until 12 hours ago. Yeah, I started racing a little bit less than 12 hours ago. Now, I have had the benefit of today being online when we have wild cards running. So earlier when I did some of my live races, I had wild card. This afternoon when I did some of the live races, I had wild card as well. Right now when I'm racing these races, I'm on with wild card. I should get 252 RP for these, but currently I got a 70% wild card going. That's why you see 118 I wish Natural Motion would leave the RP up there longer and not have the current percentage rate as long as they do. It's like literally up there 3 seconds for the current RP percentage, and then you only get 1 second for the RP. It's more like 2 to 4. So for 2 seconds, it's up there showing you what your RP is, and then for 4 seconds or 5 seconds, it shows you this is what your percentage is. And I don't know why they do that. But hey, it's up to them. All right, so let's see here. We're an hour and 23 minutes into the live stream, and we're knocking out the races pretty fast here. Definitely good. This was 60 races to do. So at this rate, it would take me a little bit over a minute and a half per race. If I could finish up in 7 minutes. All right, let's see what race number we're on. 10 silver keys. All right, let's take a look and see what race number we're on. All right, we got Extreme, race number 90. All right, so 10 more races and hoo-hoo, I get the LaFerrari Aperta. Aperta. Didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Failure. All right, we need to redo race number 90. The dyno is a very interesting thing. Everybody says it's based off of dyno time. I believe it's dyno is a part of the equation. I base the lobbies based off of what people are racing in it when I get into it. So if I go into a lobby, like I like to race my Chiron Red, and my Chiron Red in that lobby, barely beat him. Okay, but barely is good enough. In the Chiron Red, I can do 9.6 on average. That's my time that I can run. I can sometimes do a 9.5, 9.59. That's probably 1 out of every 15 races. And the lobbies that I'm in, racers typically run anywhere from a 9.3 to a 9.4. So everybody in the lobby always tries to challenge me, but everybody in the lobby can beat me. Every now and then I can beat a racer in that lobby. So, and my dyno for that particular car says a 9.58, I think it is. Average out the time that they're running, and that's how I decide what lobby time I'm in. Not purely based off of the dyno time. Prime example of that, the Plymouth Roadrunner GTX. That sucker will dyno at 9 seconds and you'll run an A2 on it. Your dyno at 14 seconds and running at a 10 and 11 second, that's very extreme with the dyno. Typically a lot of people dyno from half a second to a second. You're doing that many seconds. So let's do the daily battle. Earlier when I did the daily battle, I got 314, which became 382. And this one's going to be lower. And I got 314 or 382 because I was in my Chiron Red at the time. I don't get to race the LaFerrari, but see how they run. Hodgepodge of magic that they have in here. Take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, I always do the dyno time as an ideal average, but I base the lobby off of 450. Oh, it wouldn't be 382. This is a 70% wild card. That's why. If I was on my 30% wild card, it'd been 382. My bad. Green, another, oh, got a blue. Another body. They love giving me bodies. All right, back to the racetrack, to the Santa Palmo Beach. Nope, back down here. Speed trap. See how fast I can go. 240. Can I do it? So I'll top out at 271. Hopefully I don't have to go any faster. I got enough runway, I could probably tune it to go faster. I just need to make sure I get the acceleration to get up there. One more race to 93. Alright, so 90 minutes in and we have done 53 races. We started at race number 41 and now we're on 93. Epic transmission. Excuse me. Epic turbo. Only 2. They giving me probably 70 uncommons and maybe 10 epics. They give you all the uncommons that you can ever want. But they won't give you none of those epics. Oh, I ran out of fuel. I can't run out of fuel. Now, one thing too about your tuning, you can always down tune your cars. I know people who just down tune their cars all the way to the negative numbers. They get into different lobbies so they can make money. RP will be crappy as well. Your car, make sure you're aware of it. People in this game who like to bet money. They get up into the live races, all in, bet all of your money is anything less than 200,000, because 200,000 is the max, and they lose. And it's like, why are you betting your money when this is all the money you have? But there's a lot of people. Was you able to get past the race there, Ero, once you retuned? Uh-oh. 2 more epics. Can I get the 2 more epics? Is it still low? Or is it just low here? Zero to 100. Alright, I forgot what I was even racing against. Didn't matter. I was gonna beat him. Extreme or not. The Motel. That's the Porsche 911R. My 2 epic fusions. Let me go ahead and collect those. Oh, okay. I thought you said you had retuned it, so I thought you was able to win the races. Yeah, buying the cars late in the game like that, it's a very good investment value, but as far as getting parts for it, it's not a very good value that they give you. And they don't tell you that, they don't explain it to you, and most people who play the game don't explain it to you. Everybody just like to complain, you shouldn't have to spend money and blah, 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 blah. And to me, you know, at the end of the day, you spend it if you want to. If you want to spend it, then spend it and be happy with it. But understand what you're getting out of it. At the end of the day, if you like the car, spend it. Don't spend it that you should never spend. And the game is about truly winning with anything. Too often people think that you have to spend money to win, and you don't. The game is not about spending money. The game is about being patient. The more patient that you are, the more inventory that you collect, the more you can upgrade cars. Like I see people complain, oh, I get all these stage 6 parts and I get all these parts for cars that I don't even own. But one day you might own them. And when you do own them, guess what? You upgrade them and all those parts on them. So now when you get the car, instead of you having no parts and waiting for it, now you might have 30 fusion parts or 40 fusion parts or even 100 fusion parts that you can put on that car that you didn't own. So now I got to get the 250. I should be able to do that. I think I can But to me, you know, I just collect all the cars that I can collect. If it's not a duplicate car in my garage, I keep it. If it's a duplicate car in my garage, I strip it. I upgrade it to stage 5 and I strip it.
Okay.
I have a couple cars in my garage now that I need to upgrade to stage 5 and strip that I just haven't gotten around to. Because they're tier 5, stage 5. No, tier 5, that's the correct term. They're tier 5, and it's like, man, it's gonna cost me a lot of money. I don't wanna go broke. But maybe I'll upgrade one of the tier 5s and one of the tier 4s. That's gonna cost me a lot of loot. But whatever, I'll do it tomorrow when the new season starts. 720X. Alright. Race number 98 is done. Woohoo! 5 gold keys. Been nice if it was 10 gold keys instead of 5 gold keys. But whatever. Alrighty, race number 99. It's hard. Oh no, but it's for stage 6. But it's hard. Oh no. What am I supposed to do?
Are you listening?
Race. That's what you're supposed to do. At Santa Palma Beach. Welcome. Oh, it's a Chiron. Oh yeah, I got that. Chirons are slow. Hey Ero, you're about to lead the live stream when I'm going to race number 100. It's going to be the big finale. You want to see the big finale? Yep, F12 Berlinetta. I actually probably could use that tires. Let's go take a look. Can I use the tires? Let's see. Nope, I already got stage 6 tires deployed. Oh well, I tried. Alright, Ero. I looked to see if the stage 6 tires that I received was actually one that I can use, but of course I already have stage 6 tires. So, I have now an extreme race for number 100 and a half mile. Race for the LaFerrari Aperta. Dude, let's go race. Come on, come around the roundabout. Come around the roundabout, come on. Yes, we came around the roundabout, I like that. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough race. You got more EV than me. Oh, you're okay. I thought this was one of those long races for a half mile. Okay, cool. Even better. Alright. I gotta restart. Oh no, he won. Huh. Okay, let's go ahead and restart. I'm all excited. I feel like I'm kind of dense right now. I ran slower that time. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, after I lose this last race, we're going to go ahead and go look at the tune for the GTC4 Lusso. Alright, I won that one. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Give me my car. That's just hilarious. I like, yeah, I won that. Yeah, I won. Wait a minute. Rematch? Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Uh-oh. Look at that. 70th anniversary Aperta 5-star. Let's go ahead and get that delivered. And here it is. It's coming in. My first LaFerrari, the Aperta. Nice. So what do I always do with my cars when I get them? I always do one thing. Customize. Permanent freshness. Yeah, I know. Slap a plate on it. Boom. Boom. Done. Boom. Look at that. Nice. All right. Yay. All right. Next thing I do with my cars, I go drop them all in the garage. So this one is going into garage 19. So let's go ahead and move from 24 to 19. And just like that, my LaFerrari garage is all complete. Not LaFerrari, the 70th anniversary. Oh wow, I'd have to put the whole thing there. I'll buy that for $1. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's go take a look at that tune for the GTC4 Lusso. I have 39 of 42 upgrades. I have 88 fusion parts out of 135. And my stage 6 upgrades are body, nitro, turbo, and engine. I missed engine. So body, nitro, turbo, and engine. Those are my stage 6 upgrades. Everything else is stage 5. And as I said, I got 88 fusions on it. Alright, so now that we have, let's blow some cash. Everybody want to see me blow some cash? Say cheers. Doop, 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 doop. Wait. 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 Wait. Let's go ahead and drop some uncommon parts onto this puzzle. That's what I always do. I throw uncommon, like their opinions. You get an uncommon. You get an uncommon. So you made it to race number 25. Awesome. Congrats there. So Eros, did you get a chance to see my tune there? And thanks. It was hard. It took me a while to get those, I had to lose 3 times I think for that last race. I was a bad driver. Guess I decided I wanted to lose those first couple races. And that That, my friends, is the LaFerrari Aperta, delivered into my garage and waiting for stage 4 to come in. It wasn't too bad. My car was tuned and set up just the right way to make it a lot easier for me to be able to use it. Not everybody has that same experience. And a lot of people talking about how hard it was with the California 2 races. And fortunately for me, it was not that difficult. My car, my setup, my tune worked out pretty good for me. Now I got all these free carts that I get to pull, and I don't have to use any of those carts. I don't have to wait to complete the race. So this works out A-okay for me. Oh, I apologize. I was back there again. Now the car is fully upgraded. So now I completed my goal, and I got 20 parts upgraded, so I get to collect the Fusion. This will be a blue Fusion. I don't think it's going to be a green one. Oh, it's a green one. For local motors. My garage value is more than $2 million. Right there in the corner, $245 million. And what did they give me? Another green one. What's the final drive and tire for what? For the GTC? Okay. Let me jump back over there. So for the final drive, so nitros, 367. For the final drive, 2.0. And for the tire sits at 59 for acceleration and 41 for grip. Did you get that, Eero? Need me to run it to you again, or are you good to go? $367 for the nitro, 2.0 for the final drive, 59 for the acceleration, 41 for the grip. Woohoo! Alrighty. So let's see how many fusions that these cars take for me to have on them. I'm going to start out with the first one. So my fusions total, this has 85 fusions on it. For the 48 GTB, California 30 has 65. The Spider, 488 Spider has 114. $115 for the F12 Berlinetta, and the GT4C or the GTC4 Lusso has 88. So that's a total of 467 fusion parts I needed to have on those 5 cars in order to complete that challenge. That includes epics, that includes rare, and that includes uncommon fusion parts. So that's a little bit, that averages out to per car to be 93 fusions per car. This is the lowest car. It only had 65. But it's a lot of fusions on these cars. So if you got the inventory, it's going to be worth it. Yeah, the fusions add up. You say you got the same tune as me for your GT4 Lusso. Now remember, you got the same tune, but your points not adding up because you probably don't have the same stage 6 upgrades I have on it. Do you have the body, the nitro, the turbo, and the engine? Or do you have something different? When it comes to the fusions, on my tires I got 2 greens, a green, a blue, a red, a green, a blue, blue, red, green, blue, and a blue. When it comes to body, I got a green blue, a green blue blue, a green blue red red, and a blue blue. When it comes to nitro, I got green blue red, green blue red, green blue, blue red, and blue blue. Then for the intake, I got green blue, green blue red, green blue red, green blue blue. And then for the turbo, I got green blue, green blue red, green, and a red. Engine, green blue, green blue, green blue blue, green blue red, blue, red red. So see, that's the difference, because you say you don't have the intake, and the intake, I don't have stage 6 either. But those epics, they actually add up a lot more points. So like, for example, take off the epic, I lose 4. Take off the blue, I lose 8. Take this off, I lose 4 again. So your parts are different than mine, more than likely, in some way. That's why the points don't match up. But then you got to try to tune and tinker around and see which one's going to work best for you. Woohoo! All right, let's see where I'm sitting at. Did I crack 2 million? Nope, I got 1,976,000. So I got 24,000 to go. Nope. Top doesn't come up. I thought maybe it had a top on it. What's going on, Juggernaut? I just completed getting the LaFerrari Aperta. Successfully sitting in my garage. Took me 467 fusion parts on all my cars. But I got it. I'm rich. Stage 6 body, 50 parts. That's the only one I got there, right? Yep, okay. Alrighty. So all my cars are good. It's now at 41 or 42 upgrades. Nice. Now if only I can get some stage 6 for this Aperta. Alright, but we good with that. Let's jump on over here and knock out a couple live races. Alright, so tomorrow I'll be ready for the Aperta events and see if I can collect my 10 gold keys out of there. I doubt it. What's going on, Juggernaut? Anything going on for you? See if I can get people to actually race with. Earlier when I was trying to race, I was trying to knock out my 15 races. Nobody wanted to race. I'm like, normally I'm the one who's refusing people. Everybody's refusing me. 577 plus 105. That means I got 682 RP off of this guy. 682. How am I supposed to swap with anybody when I'm getting that type of horrible RP? Let's check this guy out. Let's go. Let's race. Alright, that time I got 980 points. Can't swap with that. Okay, that's not bad. You know, they're going to give you somewhat. The only problem I have with them giving you that back is that your in-game status is not there. So giving you your in-game money and your keys, that's great, as well as your gold, but your in-game status. So that's only beneficial if you can actually earn the boss's cars this time. So like maybe last time you didn't earn the boss's cars, so this time you can take your time and go through and actually earn the boss's cars. That'd be beneficial in that regard. But other than that, you know, you lose your in-game play. That's like not cool. In-game play is kind of the reason why this isn't back in the days of Atari where once you turn it off, you lose everything and you start all over again. Now I'm dating myself with my Atari reference. By the way, I'm not for sure if you can hear me. I've been leaning back from the microphone apparently. I ran slow, so I lost. Oh, Buster. Let's see if he wants to rematch. But yeah, part of the fun of the game is, you know, like I say, getting the in-game status, you know, continuing on and persisting. Restoring back the information, but not the in-game status is partially good, but, you know, we all like to keep that status. Yeah, I only have 2 boss cards. I got Victor's and I got Shaq's. Everybody else boss card I lost. I messed that up. Thanks, Hulk. Definitely better on. Oh well. But yeah, my first time when I went through the game, race number 1, I was like, yeah, I'm a beat this guy. KJ ain't got nothing on me. I lost. So I was like, well, nah, I'm gonna do better. My car is better. Went up against Ashley. I lost. And when it came to the 3rd race, I ain't even trying it. Nope, not at all. So then I turned around and I did the 4th race against Victor. I gave in and I went on and bought the Super NOS. I was laughed at because I didn't have to do the Super NOS. I could have just got the Nissan GTR and I could have beat him without it. The 3rd time, I waited. I was like, I'm not buying no Super NOS. I'm too good for that. I'm gonna wait. So I waited to beat Tyler Shaqs. I wasn't given the parts that I needed to beat him the first time because I knew what time it would take to beat him. So the first time, when I went up against him with the race, I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and wait. And I waited, and I waited, and I wasn't getting the car. So I purchased the Aventador. I had 4 stage 6s for it, and I had, I think, 60 fusions. I'm like, well, I'm gonna be able to win this race. I took that sucker out for one race. I ran faster than the time, jumped into the race. How about now? Does the game sound louder still, or is my voice louder? I keep drifting back away from the mic. I apologize for that. Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me now? How's the audio sound? Nate the Great. He's in the GTC4 Lusso. And it looks like it's going to time out again. How's the audio sound now? Is it still too loud? Okay. So let's go ahead and turn everything down some. I had to reset everything back up. I didn't realize it. The audio wasn't coming in on everything at all. So why is that down low? All right. How about now? Am I still pretty low? It seems like I'm talking much, much louder. Nate the Great again from Hypershift. I never really understood why people try over and over to try to race you. If you refused or it times out or whatever, I'm going to keep trying. We're going to race. And like it didn't work, it didn't work. Yeah, somehow or another I turned the volume down on the mic and didn't realize it. And I just moved it back down just a little bit because the voice was really loud. It was getting to the overpowering levels. Nate the Great caused me to get out the lobbies. No fun. Standing Rock. Come on, man. I just want to race. But no, when I did the tier 1, I'm going to beat KJ. It's going to be no problem. And I wound up losing to KJ. I'm like, man, I'm going to beat Ashley. It's going to be no problem. My car's going to be better. And I lost to Ashley. So when I got to the Inferno Azure, I'm like, nope, I ain't playing. I'm not going to lose. So I didn't race him for the car. When I got to Victor, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I gave him that whatever cost it was for the NOS. And I bought the Super NOS and I took Victor's car. I've actually heard people say that they purchased the NOS and they wound up losing. But I purchased the NOS and I won. I got Victor's car. When it came to Tyler Shacks, I was more savvy and advanced with the game. So I knew what the time was to beat him and get his car. So I was waiting for the parts to come in because I knew I couldn't beat him. And they didn't come in. So I saved up 4,000 gold so I can purchase that Aventador. I purchased that Aventador. Dropped on my 4 stage 6s that I had because I had 4 stage 6s. I dropped on my 60 Fusions. I did one time trial. See how fast it ran. Realized that I ran 11.8. And I went on and took his car. And never looked back. Ran slow that time. Ran an 8.4. Wow. That was real slow. Oh well. It is what it is. Huh. Did I run slow again? Felt like I was slow. Yeah. That clearly was not an 8-1 run time. Yep. I was pretty much, I guess I was arrogant or cocky. I don't know. I can't remember how I was feeling back then, but I thought I had a good enough car. I didn't know about going online and reading about the times because people posted them, or even looking at YouTube videos that people had. So I wasn't aware that I can know how fast to go and I can check and see. Now, that's why I create these videos to help people that want to learn and learn more about the game and do more through the advantage of what other people have done, so they don't make the same mistakes I made. You know, they can make those mistakes, that's cool, no problem at all. But if they want to avoid them, I like to help them avoid them if possible. Wow, my connection issue is just crappy. Some people I can connect to and other people I can't. Need to go ahead and fix that. Let's go chase a bot. 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 The bots run roughly 11.9 seconds, so they're easy to beat. Some cars are harder to shift than others. I didn't get no money off that race. I feel ripped off. Ripped off, I tell you, ripped off. Let's go race another bot. Yeah, I can see the audio is definitely much louder on the game, so it's definitely hard to hear me talk. Let me go ahead and tune that down. There we go. Now I'm broadcasting over the music, or not the music, but I've always been over the music, but the game sound is now lower. Couldn't connect to the game. Alright. Okay. Yeah, the audio is much lower in the game now. I don't mind getting the sounds of the game and the engines going on, but too loud, not any good. The performance adjustments that they made on the cars, I think is good. I'd rather have more tier 5 cars be equal than to have cars like the 1-1 which was running, I think, a 9.0 at its fastest, maybe an 8.8 at its fastest. You know, it takes a lot of cash, it takes a lot of fusions to get these cars upgraded, and to have such wide discrepancies. There it is. That's the correct word. Such wide discrepancies between the vehicles. I don't think it's fair. So I'm A-okay with them. He slowed down for me. He thought I wasn't going to catch him. He's like, oh, this is one of those regular races. He just drives slow. Oh, actually, my car is running real slow now. I haven't got 8.1 in a long time. So I think it's good. I think all Tier 5 cars should run a maximum when it's fully upgraded. You know, 8.5, 8.8 seconds. And when fully upgraded, somewhere from 7, 8 on faster between those two. You know, give it a 1 second difference between fully upgraded. My personal opinion. Especially since the lobbies are so broken as they are. And then you get into these lobbies and you're racing up against people that's running 2 seconds, or not 2 seconds, but 0.3 seconds, 0.4 seconds faster than you. And it's like, really? It's like, I have no chance of ever beating that car. The fastest my car ever go X, Y, Z, A, B, C. And you're racing against people who you would never have an opportunity to beat. So how about you? What do you think about the car adjustments that they've been doing? Are you all for them adjusting the cars, or you think they should all just stay the same? Once they come out, they should be forever locked in. Didn't mean to hit the NOS. He slowed down. Why did he slow down? I guess he thought it was my turn to win. Let's go jump in the other car that's been upgraded and see how the performance runs on that. I think it's over in this lobby. The Hyra BC. Looks like it got a little bit of performance upgrade there. I think it's at 1700 now, and I think it was at, no, it's at 1800. I think it was at 1700 before. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff on the car. It just runs fast. How fast does it run? I don't know. Batman. Batman disconnected. For Redden Hafizi. I don't have the Liberty Walk Huracan, and I do not have the P1. I do have the P1 GTR. That was the number 2 on the milestone cars. Here we go, everybody refusing to race me. Yep, I tried before to pull the Liberty Walk Huracan, and I wasn't able to get it. But I don't like driving the P1 or the P1 GTR. I know someone who has the P1 and I drove it, and I'm not a fan of how fast that sucker shifts. And you got to shift it just right to go fast. If you don't shift it just right, you go slow. I can't find nobody who wants to race. I got 25 more minutes left. Don't you want to race? Oh, maybe this is the update that's pushing through and we're getting avoided races. Alright, this is a no fun. The Prestige Cup is officially gone. I don't have a Purple Star 720S. I was not in the top 3 crews when it came available. I've only been in a milestone crew, so I have only the gold version of everything. Your first 6 milestone 1 cars that came out, starting from the top, the FXXK, to number 6, the 918 Spider. Starting at number 7 from the Hyra BC on down to number 12, the DB11. From number 13, the 812 Superfast, down to the 18, the Camaro ZL1 1LE. To number 19, the AMG GTR on down to number 24, the C10 Tiffany. For number 25, the 177, very soon, the Camaro ZR1 will be in the bottom right corner, but last season was the i8. Well, the problem is my car probably is in that tuning phase that they're doing, so I'm not able to actually race anybody. That's my assumption about why I couldn't connect to anybody. The little printout that said that, hey, you're not going to be able to race people potentially. You get voided races and things like that during that time frame. You didn't actually see it earlier, but supports reached that update about the performance. And they say, we just released a fix for the performance of these cars, and it will start being automatically applied to your game over the next few hours. Please note that you may see an increase in voided races during this time, but this will stop happening once more players have received this update. And this is the list of cars that received performance updates. So me being in the Hyra BC, that's probably why I wasn't able to connect to anybody. Hey. Alright, let's go ahead and collect this free win. Collect this free cash. People often ask me, how come I have so much money? It's because whenever I race bots, I collect as much free money as I can in racing bots. So instead of getting 12,000, I got 14,000. I've gotten as much as $16,525 off of racing bots. Not racing, off of racing bots with cash. Every little dollar helps. And let's go ahead and race Sinister Swap. He's more than likely going to be able to beat me. I think I'm in the lobby where I'm in the 7.8 lobby probably. And I don't think this car runs a 7.8. I think it runs a 7.9. Yep. Look at that. I ran an 8.3. He ran almost a full second faster than me. And that's the problem with these lobbies. You get up into the wrong lobby and you get all these people that can race faster than you. And you ain't never going to catch them. Wait a minute, why is the cars two different looks? Sinister Swap has the new version of the car, and Mad Race has the old version of the car. Interesting. Well, does that mean he hasn't updated his car or updated his game, and that's why he has the old picture there? That'd be a curious little tidbit if Natural Motion has that built in there. I probably just don't know how to race this stupid car. See if I can race Hulkbuster again. Last time he beat me, I think twice. He runs an A2, so I gotta definitely run faster than an A3. Oh, I'm hitting the NOS at the wrong time. That's why I'm not racing as fast. I'm supposed to hit the NOS not on the second gear, but I think on the third gear. Gotta love it, right? I finished across the line well past him as far as the graphic goes, but my time says I finished well after him. But oh well, you never worry about the graphics. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and drop on off, stop this. I've been running for 2.5 hours now. Tomorrow's the new season, so it's time to start preparing for that. So I'm probably going to live stream this weekend, just do live races and things like that. But catch me on the flip side. See you guys in Global. Till we talk, have a great day. This is MrXsee signing out for the ending of this season, the ending of the LaFerrari, and we got us in Aperta, a LaFerrari Aperta. Thanks. Have a great one.